Hi everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise and this reading is for Monday, October 19th. Okay, so 3 cards to help us spiritually grow and evolve, come back home to who we truly are. Okay, 9 of Pentacles reversed, 6 of Cups, and a 9 of Cups. Wow, okay, so I have a feeling like today, this isn't the theme card. Well, it can be because it is a reunion, but I feel more like I have a message here as to how to get to our fulfillment. Okay, so with the 9 of Pentacles reversed, that has to do with a little bit of a financial setback. It can be sometimes, not always. Other times it's where we've overinvested in something. It can also be, hold on, I need my sacred chopstick here. So yeah, thank you, Kitty, for naming this for me, because I would have never come up with that. But so anyway, when the 9 of Pentacles is straight up, oops, let me get the glare off. Okay, notice how there's a focus up here. There's a focus with the white dove, and that is the focus on what keeps us in the state of grace and ease and helps us to grow even more. So it's a card of complete, gratitude, because being a 9, of course, we're in a culmination here. The 10 of Pentacles is that you have so much. You have so much that you can give, and give a lot, and take care of generations that come after you as well. So like to your children and grandchildren, you have so much that you can give to your family and extended family. And the 9 of Pentacles it's there as well. It's there as well. It's just that, it's not complete, but it's still, I mean, 9s are very, very full, as we can see with the 9 of Cups. So the focus is to do what is sustainable in your life, that keeps you in a state of peace and grace and ease, with the white dove of peace up here. And in some of their decks, in the Rider-Waite deck, it's a falcon. But it's the message there is just about focusing. So focusing on what matters, and focusing on everything that you have that you can be grateful for. Now, when it's reversed, there might just be a little bit of a need to be in our gratitude and to reunify with everything that you've been grateful for in the past. Loving relationships, and even the ones that started out loving and then turned out to not be loving. As many of us have had with our family and some family members. So, but we can always go back to that place where we did share the love, and we can get to the place where, because, there's a spiritual law here when it comes to gratitude and when it comes to abundance, like true abundance and opening to more and receiving even more abundance, we have to forgive. So, it's like I always say, we never have to forget, because we do want to honor the place where we needed to take care of ourselves and set the healthy boundary and move forward, or just grieve because maybe whoever the relationship was, maybe they left us. There can be that as well. But if we're holding on to any resentment, it does kind of close off the unlimited abundance of the universe. So when you get to that state of true forgiveness, what happens is that there suddenly becomes nothing even that you need to forgive, because you've worked fully through the issue of the past. And then because you've worked fully from, whatever happened in the past, what you can do is open up to even more. This, with the Nine of Cups, it's all about wishes fulfilled. And I always like to look at this card up close with the the buried treasure. I think the buried treasure is within us. All we have to do is just keep looking for it, and we'll always find more. The more we look, the more we'll find. That's just how it works. We are unlimited, unexhaustible, wells of love and truth, which are the same, and wisdom and courage, which is a form of our power. But we're here, living on Earth with a power management issue as we as we evolve and as we move through our days, moment to moment. There's always a temptation to be distracted by something that either will take you in the wrong direction or down a rabbit hole that you don't need to go, or sometimes it has to do with just letting someone vent, and maybe you didn't even really need to read that email because it ended up being very cruel. There can be things like that. But sometimes you can tell right away when you first start either listening to the person or reading the email or tuned into like that channel on TV, or you started that video or whatever. If you get an uncomfortable feeling that isn't open and loving and at least somewhat kind, then it's oftentimes a good thing is to turn it off or delete it or don't even read it or just move on. And that will help you focus. That'll help us focus back into what really matters and to stay in that happy. Look how happy she is here. Just look at that. She's so happy. And I honestly don't know that it means that she's so happy because of all the money she has, because this is a very, it's a luxurious card. It's one of the cards of luxury. But look at how she's surrounded in nature. And it looks like she's growing, herbs and, plants that help, plants for healing. And she's surrounded in her garden. And she's in that love that you can feel so easily when you're out in nature. So I do believe that what the message is here is to get out in nature as much as possible. Be super, super grateful for nature and how Mother Nature teaches us constantly. And then also to just stay within that, reunite. Right? Instead of this being about a person or a relationship, how about we just go with one of the major keywords for the Six of Cups, which is reunification. And how about we just reunify, come back home to who we truly are inside. And that's where our fulfillment lies, because that's where we can create anything that we want. And it's a continuous, benign circle of love and abundance and beauty and pleasure, most of all, positive pleasure. To go into the negative places just brings us into either negative pleasure or revulsion, and then we'll get out and we'll stop. You can feel it when you start going there. So to reel yourself back in, maybe there's something in the past that still needs to be healed, but then just move on. It's like that Hole in the Sidewalk poem that I so appreciate. Gypsy posted it. She found it online. I had it in my community page too, but she put it in the comment section, which I think maybe more of you even saw there. So that's kind of a little bit of a lesson. It's just to put things in the comment section. I need to remember to go back and pin that post. So I'll do that as soon as I finish this video, because if I pin it up to the top, you guys can find it easier. So yeah, The Hole in the Sidewalk by Portia Nelson. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's very short. It's all, one page. You can fit it on the fridge, print it out, put it on the fridge. Take a screenshot of the poem that Gypsy posted and keep it on your phone. Keep it in your photos. That's a good way to do it too. But there's just such a life lesson there that I think we can always revisit at any juncture. It's like we don't even walk down that street anymore. So until you get to the place where you can be truly grateful for the painful life lessons, and the pain turns, because that's what brings, pain turns back into its natural energy force of pleasure, because the life force starts out as complete love, 100% love and pleasure and bliss. And then what happens is that as it's coming through our bodies, wherever we have it's within every, cell of our body as well. But because of our wounding and trauma and false beliefs and, things that make us think less of ourselves, what happens is that we distort the life force a little bit, and it doesn't flow through freely. So we don't get that full benefit of pleasure. And on another level, it's very possible that there's so much love and bliss that if it came through all at once, it'd blow all our circuits. That feeling like when you fall in love, or you have a baby and you're finally holding it in your arms, or you get a new puppy or a new kitty and it's like, oh, or maybe a whole litter. So that, back to that place of pleasure, just pure positive pleasure, that's what to go for all the time. And we can always find it from loving experiences that we had in the past. And then that's how you create true abundance. So, okay. Well, I think that's all I have to say about that. Thanks, you guys, and have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Or, I'm sorry, a week.